Okay, as promised, here comes the sports. No kind of introduction really needed since this is in a stream, so let's just get on with this, okay? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, sure, shit. Fuck. Okay, there we go. Search and Virion. Level.
Oh,
Is something the matter?
My.
Ah, my sweet church. As always, you see directly into Virion's heart. You come up upon me lovelorn and lonely, torn by a fair lady with a sharp tongue.
hmm.
Do you mean me? Oh goodness, it's not so often someone calls me fair. But seriously, what troubles you? Are you still crestfallen about how Valhart so rudely seized your lands?
Enough! Enough! That was a tragedy, and many of my people died. I'll not have you speak so lightly of it.
No.
That was not my intent, Virion. I know that many suffer under Valhar's cruel heel. But I also know that, short of the dead, you have suffered more than any of us.
No.
Ah, loyal church, your kind words fill my heart with courage and hope. Could it be that you have fallen helplessly in love with your gallant Virion? Ah, sweet nostalgia. It's been so long since last I heard that there is a snigger.
Well,
I do not jest, Virion. The deed has been done, and you could not have stopped it. It's time you look to the future and stop blaming yourself for the past.
I did not think it would be so hard to forgive myself.
Behind your carefree facade, you've always been terribly uncompromising. But you must promise that you won't surrender to hopelessness and despair.
Yes.
Then I shall promise it, but only because you ask. But in return, you must promise me something, sweet church. If the day comes when you must choose between loyalty to me or your own path, I want you to do whatever is best for you and give no thought to me. Agreed?
Why, Virion? What a serious speech! But it's hardly necessary. I had no intention of taking you into account when making such choices.
Well, good. Yes, good. Exactly as I would have had it. Though I suppose you could think about me a little bit, if you wanted to.
No, don't give it another thought. I certainly won't. Oh, that was good. Ooh, feisty. Okay, Cordelia installed. This is the one that I decided upon.
Hey.
Tickling the old strings again, are we?
Huh?
Why, hello, Stahl. Yes, I was. Is that a harp?
Yep, I just bought it down at the market. Oh, and I got some sheet music too.
Sounds like someone is itching to play a duet.
Well, at some point, sure. But right now I can barely make noise on this thing. I was hoping you would be my teacher instead of my duet partner.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I never thought before, but I'd be happy to help.
Thanks.
I'm going to practice like a madman until I'm good enough to play with you. I'll practice until my fingers are bloody and raw. I'll practice until my eyes.
Right.
Well, it's good to have a goal.
Huh?
Hey, I'm just trying to be as dedicated to things as you are, Cordelia.
Perhaps I have been too dedicated. Speaking of which, I think we should start your lesson. Now, watch carefully as I plug the first few bars of this song.
You have my undivided attention.
It's you and me.
Won't your eyes dry out if you keep them open so wide? Right then, never mind, let me begin.
Wow, you play that note so beautifully.
Huh? No, I didn't.
No, the tone was lovely.
No.
Stahl, it's just one note. Would you please let me finish?
Yes, right, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes.
Look, I don't think I'm quite ready for teaching. Give me some time to work out a lesson plan, okay? I don't want to do this until I'm sure my methods are sound.
But Cordelia? God, she's more of a perfectionist than I thought.
This is going to be tough. Yep. Yep. Okay, getting closer. Okay, Lisa and Libra. Oh yeah, and if you realize, yep, I changed Lisa's class because I realized she doesn't have Gale Force. So, I'm gonna need to change that. Anyway. Hey, so I only noticed during that training exercise, but you're really pretty. Oh, Jesus, okay. Okay, Lisa. Already putting on the brakes, huh? Your skin is perfect. Your hair is perfect. So not fair. Well, okay. Put a ring already on this man. Holy shit.
Really?
Not fair.
Hey.
And you're tall and sweet, and you even smell nice. You're a one-man show of everything. I wish I'd had, but don't.
No.
You have a host of traits I like as well, Lisa.
Huh?
Name one, or more if you want.
Yes.
You're extremely expressive. You treat every person you meet fairly and equally. Your sheer disposition spreads to all those around you. You are ever true to yourself. I will gladly trade any talent of my appearance for that beauty in your hat. I...
Yes.
Something the matter, milady? It's embarrassing! I expected a little butter-up, not a whole crock. My apologies. I just find it so easy to talk with you. Another of your finer traits, now that I think about it. Hey, you smile! That's a rare treat.
Really?
Is it?
Right.
Yeah?
I'm in good hands.
And you notice, have you been watching me?
Huh?
I guess I have. Now that you mention it, I wonder why. Somebody has a little crush? Maybe. Well, if you find an answer, I will be eager to hear it. Let me get back to you on that one. Okay, yep, shipping it. Shipping it like FedEx. Oh yeah, this one is pretty hilarious because I just realized that this Gregor was the first stand-in for Percy. And being with Muriel, that is basically a book where, yeah, it matches. It fucking matches. Holy shit. Man. Interesting. Gregor never thinks of that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that makes you think.
Hold a moment.
Am I no longer interesting to you as a female companion? Oh, woman, are you thirsty or are you just that much disappointed? Man, okay. Porridge de Championogi. Why are you sneaking up on Gregor? The other day, you told me that a man such as yourself is drawn to attractive women. I was conducting an experiment to ascertain the existence of consistent rules. However, if I no longer possess such a quality, then the control group is flawed.
Nonsense.
Gregor still thinks Miriel have lure like Deadly Siren. But today, Gregor is being engrossed in very fascinating book. Gregor is embarrassed. Ignoring presence of beautiful woman is very shameful. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, sorry for the wait. Sorry for the wait. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's start this from the top. And what is this folio that was able to engage your attention so thoroughly? Gregor finds his lying on ground at edge of camp. It's very, very fascinating. Gregor is not knowing of these rules and laws governing natural phenomenon. But this book makes it fascinating subject. Time flies by for Gregor. I have been looking for that book actually. It belongs to me. My late mother wrote it.
Huh?
Oi! 10,000 apologies to you from the tongue of Gregor, dear lady. Gregor did not intend to steal precious book from dead mother. Quite alright. You couldn't have known.
Good grieving.
No, it's big problem. Gregor scribbled many notes in margin of pages.
Very well.
My mother will be pleased that you found her work so fascinating. And as for me, I'm just grateful that you found it. I thought it lost forever. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's really sweet. Okay, that's all for now. Let me just cut real quick. Okay, we're finally back to the last ones. So here we go. Church and Virion.
I wish I knew what was happening to our homeland right now.
The sooner we win this course war, the sooner we'll be able to find out.
Ah, yes.
Tell me, Church, what do you intend to do when this war is over?
Oh,
Return home, I'll help rebuild the domains of House Virion. I assume your plan is much the same.
Ah,
Yes, of course. My domains shall have great need of me.
Are you sure you can handle going back? That broken landscape will have many painful memories carved into it.
no,
True, but it also filled with many joyous memories as well. Many of which involve you. You'll scoff, but the happiest moments of my life have been spent in your company.
Come on, Virion, you know I'm not one of your DC mates to fall for that flattery.
my.
Why is it that when I speak from the heart, no one believes me? Is this the price I must pay for my flippant yet devoid charm?
I think we just know each other too well to speak of such emotional matters.
Ah,
Perhaps you are right.
Oh, well, that was short. Okay, yeah. Okay. Anyway, Cordelian's thought. That's all the comment.
listen.
Tal, I'm sorry about the other day, when I was supposed to teach you. That song, yes, the song you're playing right now. Goodness, Tal. Goodness, Tal, you're doing very well. How did you learn that?
hey.
Huh.
When I saw how passionate you were about a single note, I knew I had to practice.
I'm still kind of murdering it, but I think it's getting better.
What?
I wouldn't say murder, maybe more like assault.
Nah.
I knew I had to work twice as hard as you if I wanted to play that duet. So we practice it every day, waking moment, even in the lectures.
Oh, yes, that is quite dedicated. By the by, I've never heard that song played with the faster tempo you employed. I rather like it. Such a nice twist on an old classic.
Hmm?
Yeah, it's just an idea that struck me as I was studying the notes.
Right.
Very astute of you. Sorry.
I think it was more blind luck than astuteness, but thanks.
Still, there are many in this camp who play the harp better than I. Why have you settled on for me this duet unconsidered idea?
No.
Because because you don't just play, you make the harp sing. You can do anything, Cordelia. You have a natural gift. I wish I could be more like you.
Well,
I'm not sure that being naturally gifted at something is always a good thing.
Hmm?
Huh?
listen.
Well, if you don't have talent, it takes a lot of time and effort to acquire a new skill. And through that process, you learn things that more naturally talented people miss. Like your discovery of the faster tempo.
I suppose so.
And that persistence leads you to becoming just as good as anyone else. To be honest, there are times when I thought I'd rather be more like you.
Huh?
Huh? Well, we can't be both be right.
Yes.
This isn't about right or wrong. It's just two ways of looking at the same problem. In any case, your practice has paid off, and I name you my equal in the harp. We should play that duet soon.
Very nice.
I will be on. It will be my honor.
Nice. That's actually very cute. That's actually pretty cute, huh? Okay, Libra and Lisa.
Hey!
Libra? Libra!
Yes.
Lisa, what has you in such a state?
Right.
I figured it out. I know why I've been watching you all the time.
Really?
Oh? It's because you're like a ghost. Excuse me, Lisa. Excuse me?
Yes.
Pardon?
I'm sorry.
Is that weird? I thought it was weird, but I think lots of stuff is weird, so...
What do you mean?
I first noticed it when we were together for that training exercise. There are times when you seem kinda like a vision, or a mirage. I mean, someone so tall and beautiful would normally be the center of all attention, but with you, I almost feel like you might have an advantage if I even take my eyes off you. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. Sorry, I know this probably sounds pretty crazy.
Bless you.
Perhaps, perhaps, but somehow I'm actually quite flattered.
Phew.
So, how do you see me, huh? Come on, it's fair now.
Yes.
You are positively bursting with life, the very opposite of myself.
What?
That's not true at all. You may give off a ghostly feel, but you're the liveliest alive person I know.
Well, I am quite certain that's the first time that's ever been said about me.
Well, okay. Okay, that was actually sweet too. Okay, Muriel and Gregor. Let's see how this plays out.
Hold a moment.
Gregor, may I have a word? Do you recall writing notes in the margin of the trees my mother wrote?
No, no.
You are upset because Gregor scribbled nonsense things in book, yes?
No.
No, not at all. It's just that some of your comments were most curious. I was hoping you might have time to edify me on a couple of them. As a simple matter of scientific discourse only, peer-to-peer, as it were.
Huh?
Ah, Gregor is confused. Did his comment not make sense?
Indeed.
Perhaps in this situation a concrete example will be helpful. See, here you deleted the phrase, that which helps establish a theory, and replaced it with a single word, experience.
Eh?
Oh yes, Gregor remembers that. Muriel is not liking this edit. No, on the contrary. I've been pondering this passage for some time in the belief it could be improved. But you have struck upon the missing link and dramatically improved the work, entire. I did not suspect you were in possession of such a scholastic ability. Oh, it's true. Gregor never go to class. Gregor is graduate from School of Life. I am unfamiliar with this institution. Are they accredited? Oh, yeah. Well, it had to be a yes.
No, no.
Do you want to know secret of life study? Do not. They do nothing. It's exactly what Gregor does. I'm afraid I do not properly understand.
Oh, yes.
Gregor does nothing special. Gregor learns by watching life. Gregor knowledge is natural, like bird learning to fly or cat coughing up a ball of fur. How utterly fascinating.
Yes.
Most people run like chicken with no head, always thinking of next urgent task. But if you go slow and watch everything, you can be smart like Gregor. Well then, food for thought. Thank you very much, Gregor.
What fun!
Come back anytime. Gregor always ready to share knowledge with peers. Nice, okay. Yeah, you can learn a lot from other people. Even when you're smart and all, there's still a lot of things that you can still learn. There's always enough room to still learn. Anyway, okay, that's all the supports that I'll be watching because that's pretty much all the children that will be done. So yeah, after this, maybe I'll stream later. So either later or Monday. Well, we'll see. But anyways, that's it. Bye bye. I bid you adieu. Yeah. Bye bye. Have a good one.